A new exciting development with the Wellness Champions is our 8-Week to Wellness program, which is a very high-tech online version where we can actually address the needs of employees, whether it's across the nation or even across the world, and get objective, measurable improvements that can still make a shift even if it's across the nation. What we provide when we go into a business or a corporation is a very individualized approach to the needs of those employees. It's a great time for upper management to show the employees that they really care about them. Here they are bringing in a doctor, an educated person who can bring a nice, healthy message and also increase and boost the morale of that company. The problems that I see nowadays with healthcare is that we live a very reactive lifestyle. All too often our health sits on the back burner, and it's not just employees or people in the community, it's doctors too. Most doctors sit in their offices treating disease on a very reactive level within the walls of their office. So it's really important, I believe, as a wellness champion to get outside of the office and be more proactive and teach these proactive messages. And we find in a proactive level, it's not just going to benefit these employees at work with more production and less injuries, but it's going to help them with some awesome tips that they can take to their families. And that's really what working a great job and having a great career is all about, is providing for your family. Every time I go into a corporation ready to do a lecture, I've always taken into consideration what the needs of those employees are and what the requests the employers have made for me to speak about. Whether it's something as simple as reducing stress in the workplace from a seated position to something very complicated like nutrition, and depending on the needs of those employees, we can make it as short as 10 minutes and as long as 45 minutes. So when I go over what you're going to learn tonight, I want you to keep one thing in mind, and that is 9 out of 10 people will have a chronic spinal problem at some point in their life. Chronic and debilitating to the point where it's affecting their quality of life. But 7 out of 10 of them will be totally preventable. And the difference in those, why the 9 or the 7 are preventable out of those 9 is... The problem with healthcare nowadays is we're so reactive. Health is always on the back burner. And the great thing about the Wellness Champions is that we can actually bring in a doctor who is actually still practicing, a real-life doctor, not something over the internet, that we can come in and get people excited about their health again, take health off the back burner and be more proactive, which ultimately makes you a better employee. I truly care about my community and the businesses of my community. And really when we get out of the office, it's about making this shift or a positive change where we can take an employee and whatever obstacle that they might have, overcome that obstacle. And maybe it's something that they weren't able to do before and now they can do, or now they can do it better. But really it's about the overall quality of their life and their workplace improving, not just the quantity of their years. And that's really what this is all about. Because the needs of companies are so different, we've been able over the last 10 years to come up with a variety of different services that meet those needs. Whether it's a very small business, needs a much more individualized one-on-one approach, the doctor can do one-on-one stress analysis surveys, which are great, to the big companies that have thousands of employees, where it actually works best to bring in an entire health expo where we bring in a series of doctors of all disciplines, where we can get a very broad spectrum of wellness messages to the most commonly requested for the average business or corporation looking to get the best for their employees comes in the way of our wellness lectures, our half-hour to health or 30-minute wellness lectures to an hour, which work great because we can bring in a doctor and get an immediate takeaway for the employees that they can apply to their day-to-day life to improve their quality of work and their quality of home.